This is a revision to the collaboration overview video on 11/19, and it'll be posted here as soon as I get it done. First of all, many thanks to all of you who have submitted thoughts for additions, corrections, omissions, whatever for all of the existing segments. Um, it's been some good stuff, and I have an awful lot of things to update, so appreciate it greatly. You essentially have two views of the course content. This is the first one, which tells you the whatever lecture you were on last. It shows you all of the lectures as well as all of the discussions in a reverse chronological order that have happened so far, whether they were separately submitted or whether they were submitted as part of a lecture. If you go to a particular lecture, well, over here it tells you whether or not there's a discussion for the lecture, whether or not there's external resources. So the other, oh, and it shows you whether or not you've completed that segment. And what I started doing after the initial set of content was to go ahead and start putting dates on the individual segments so that it's easier for you to tell when it was last updated. And when they're finally final, well, I don't know whenever that's going to happen, I'll figure out how to do an indicator for those also. So once you actually select one of the segments, this is probably not one of the best ones to select. Let me do this. So that almost all of them are videos, and some people have commented about the video not being quite visible in this window. All the videos are done in 720p HD, and if it's not visible in this window, you can click here and close the right window, which will make this bigger. You can also click down here and expand this to a full screen view so that you should be, I mean, if you can't read it in this view, the full screen view should ensure that you can see the text that's on the video. Because I said the videos were recorded in HD. In this view, you also have an indicator as to whether or not there are resources for almost all of the lectures. There are external resources. This is a listing of the courses. This is access to the lecture description and the external details, external resources. When people make comments, provide feedback about things that ought to be updated in the next revision, I put them in the lecture description. So here's a note from Chip, and here's one about redoing the video, why I'm using the red and blue links. So I do that on an ongoing basis. As I look at the comments that people submit, I will respond to every comment submitted. Not all of them will be merged into the next revision, but I will consider all of them. And note that there's also a place over here where you can take notes for yourself about this particular lecture. And all of the videos are made from Insight Maker models. Having an extensive familiarity with Insight Maker was not absolutely essential for this course, though would be helpful. The models which are used are provided as external resources, and when you click on them, sometimes it takes Udemy longer than others to go ahead and present it. But what it is it's the model presented in a form as an article where you're not actually interacting with Insight Maker. It's a script automatically created from the model as it's displayed in the text at the bottom, so that you should be able to read these as the model unfolds if you have questions about what was in the video itself. If you want to access the source model in Insight Maker, and Insight Maker is a free web-based modeling and simulation environment. If you don't currently have a user account, just go to insightmaker.com, sign up for it, provide a username and password, and get yourself an account. If you click on this link provided at the top, it will take you to the source, that article that was presented in the sidebar. At both the top and bottom of this article, there is a link to take you directly to the model itself in Insight Maker. Once you're there, you could step through the same story that was unfolded in the lecture, or you can exit the story and look at the sidebar and the top bar, though you won't see as many editing tools as here because you don't own the model. But any model that you can see in Insight Maker, you can come up here and say clone Insight, and you can make a copy of it that belongs to you, and then you can edit it any way that you want to. So all of the models that are presented in the videos are publicly available in Insight Maker, and you can use those as a base for creating new things to whatever extent that you like. If you look at Insight Maker, once you log in, this is the login screen, which shows you, no, that's it will show you your models. But if you look at new insights, it's a reverse chronological order of things that people have just recently created. This one was something created by Renee 7 seconds ago. This was created by Carrie 13 minutes ago. This is one that I did as I was working another video for this course. So it's an amazing environment. I encourage you to use it. And I'm adding, if we go here, I already added a segment on relationship models, and I will probably go ahead and add another lecture in the appendix about a basic introduction to the creation of relationship models in Insight Maker. So tell me what you need. I'll continue working on it and evolving it. And again, appreciate all of the inputs. Keep them coming. Bye.